A sinister black notebook fell from the sky. Even the raindrops deliberately avoided it. To understand just how evil this thing was, you only had to read the instructions on the first page. Written there in blood-red ink, it said that whoever's name you wrote down would die instantly. Seeing this ridiculous claim, Jack, who found the notebook, couldn't help but laugh out loud. Right at that moment, the TV news was reporting on a wanted murderer. In a playful mood, Jack casually wrote the fugitive's name in the notebook. After writing it, he mockingly shook his head at himself. Who would have thought that the next morning, when he was reading the newspaper as usual, he discovered that the wanted criminal had mysteriously died of a heart attack the night before Jack rushed back to his bedroom to check the notebook. Sure enough, in the cause of death column, it clearly read, "Fatal angina attack." To test this terrifying theory, that night, Jack tracked down a thug who regularly bullied him. He boldly wrote the guy's name in the notebook. What happened next was bone-chilling. The thug immediately collapsed and started convulsing. After struggling for just a few moments, he was dead. This scene scared Jack out of his wits. He stumbled and ran toward home, but halfway there, a dark shadow blocked his path. The shadow, calling itself the Grim Reaper, respectfully addressed him as master. It explained that only the notebook's user could see it. Jack had assumed using the notebook would come with a price, but surprisingly, the Grim Reaper said he could use it freely. This answer made Jack ecstatic. After all, he'd long despised the evil people in this world. From that day on, Jack began using the notebook to frantically punish criminals, writing one villain's name after another into the notebook. Soon, criminals around the globe started dropping dead one after another. There were serial killers who'd escaped justice, corrupt politicians who manipulated the law, and crime bosses protected by organized crime. Every single death was caused by heart failure. But as the death toll skyrocketed, these bizarre cases caused a massive uproar. Some condemned it as indiscriminate killing, arguing that no one had the right to decide who lived or died. Others applauded, thinking this would finally cleanse society completely. It's worth mentioning that Jack's father happened to be the police chief. This gave him easy access to criminal information. However, the police department soon noticed something unusual. To catch the real perpetrator, they brought in legendary detective Elle to help solve the case and issued a challenge to the killer through television. Jack watched calmly. He simply wrote the host's name in the notebook. The host immediately dropped dead during the live broadcast, but Jack didn't realize the person who just died was only a decoy. Elle's taunt appeared on screen immediately after. It turned out this was a trap. Elle had set what seemed like a global broadcast was actually only aired in the Kanto region. Police immediately narrowed their search to Kanto. Panicked, Jack decided to use even more frenzied killing to divert attention. A prisoner died every hour. He thought this would confuse the investigation, but he didn't know that. Because of this, Elle reached a crucial conclusion. The killer was either someone inside the police department or a police officer's family member. Otherwise, they couldn't possibly have access to so much prisoner information. One day, Jack and the Grim Reaper went out for a walk.